Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I also don't understand why we have to say welcome back to my channel. Why can't I say something different? I'm gonna start something new and just be like, hey, you're back. Hey, nice to see you again. So basically, I have a herniated disc, and so I figured the only video that I can shoot this week would probably be a reaction video. Rue and I both are a little immobile this week. Hi, Rue. She got surgery, and hopefully I don't have to have surgery, but we are still positive over here, right, Rue Rue? All right, guys, so I asked yesterday on my Insta story what you guys would want to know, or what you guys are curious about from like my early days. And I have not looked at these photos and videos for a very, very long time. Like, I went into the vault this morning. It's so embarrassing. I can't believe I'm showing you guys this stuff, but that's how much I love you. All right, guys, so get ready for this trip down memory lane. Here we go. I cannot believe I'm showing this to the public. This is so embarrassing. This was when I first moved to LA, probably 2001. I decided it would be a good idea to cut my hair short and get a blue streak in my hair and pierce my eyebrow. This picture is for Jess Alba because she always mentions when we first met, I was a receptionist at a salon and I had my eyebrow pierced. God, I don't even know what to say. The freshman 15 is a real thing. This is me with my best friend Lindsay, my first debit card. We went to Contempo Casual, I think in Vegas, on our way from Utah to LA, and just stocked up on clothes. And what's really funny is Lindsay and I, for years, we could not afford to like shop because we had no money. And we used to go to Urban Outfitters and like buy outfits to wear for like interviews. And we would keep the tag on the clothes and then return it to Urban Outfitters. So that's a little blast from the past story. All right, so fast forward here a little bit. So I was a receptionist at a salon. Then I was an assistant for a long time, for like 4 years. And then in 2006, I was assisting Andy LeCompte, and I got asked to go with him on Madonna's tour to basically travel the world. And I was 26 years old, and I got to do all the dancers' hair for the tour. Okay, this was the Confessions tour in 2006, and we became friends with so many dancers that I still talk to today, like Charmla Jordan, Sophia Boutella, Reshma Gajar, like it's crazy. So I was obsessed with like learning the choreography, and I would stand on the side of the stage and just sit there and study all of the moves from all of the songs. I don't know why. Just in case they needed a backup. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my god, you guys. I think I know the show forward and backwards. So then I came back from tour, and then I started kind of like doing my own clients in the salon. Was like the first there and the last to leave. And then here is an amazing video that I somehow found of me kind of like feeling myself. This is 2007, and I'm out with some of my friends at a roller skating party because we would just have like themed parties for no reason. Yep, very me. Wait, we need to do that again. My best friend Nicola there. I literally was a girl with like 20 million gay friends, and I was just like having the time of my life. Moving on, another themed party that we had. So this was an 80s prom theme. I was so proud of myself because I got to like put 10 cans of hairspray in my hair. I'm there with my best friend Lindsay again, and like guys, I wanted to look like a Patrick Nagel. You have to look him up, but like I don't even know what is happening there. I think now I understand why I only had gay men that were interested in me. This is a picture of me actually doing my friend Sarah Howard's hair for a magazine, and this was like, I don't even know what year, probably 2009. Okay, if anybody knows me and follows me on Instagram, every year I buy myself a bracelet to like congratulate myself for a year's hard work. And you can see here that I think I only have like 3 bracelets, so this must have been like 2009. Next up, so this was one of my first gigs for clear scalp and hair. And this is like one of my first like headshots, I guess. I don't know what I'm wearing. I do still have that necklace actually, it's a Danny Joe. And you notice I have my pressed juice next to me, very on brand, and my phone, because all I used to do was drink pressed juice because I was so busy in the salon. My jeans are hideous. I don't know why I have that one foot up, because I just think I'm being super sassy. And my hair, Like, I was the hairstylist that never got a haircut or like did anything to her own hair because I was just too busy. All right, here's a video I did for Leaf. Shout out to my friend Jerry Hirsch. Showing you guys how to do DIY salt spray pre-weigh. Oh yeah, you guys, this is a clip trick that I started doing after I worked backstage, and would like spray salt spray and then do like this. I used to do this in the salon all the time. Pre-Dyson. You shake out your weight, yep. Oh wow. This was girl on the go. I just have to show you guys this because this ending is just sassiness. Feeling myself. Oh my god. Guys, who is this person? I'm gonna get to some questions that you guys sent me on my Insta story. Heidi Hart asked, what do you do when your career is taking off but you're too burned out to be inspired? As we're moving along here, my career was starting to kind of take off like 2010-ish. Maybe like end of 2009, and I was loving every second of it. So I don't know, it's hard to say. Like when you're really passionate about something, and I feel like you just don't feel the burn. I mean, I feel the burn now. The years have caught up to me, but I feel like you just keep going. And I was just literally like running on adrenaline, and I just didn't really ever get burned out. I was just so excited about what I was doing. This is with Cutie Pie Isabel Furman.
The best thing to do is to prep your hair with some dry shampoo at the root. So I would
so busy. Look at me, booked and busy. Guys, what am I wearing? Oh my god! And I remember always loving this high pony on myself. Oh, I can't even. And my eyeliner. That's when I started doing the signature eyeliner. Guys, I kind of miss doing tutorials. Should I do tutorials again? This is so what I'm gonna do, embarrassing, but so fun. Lemongrass & Co. asked, what was your first break that launched your career? I have to say, working with John Galliano backstage, getting to work with like celebrities and like meeting publicists, like all of that stuff really helped me back in the day because this was pre-Instagram. So like you really had to rely on like meeting the right people and like people recommending you for jobs. Okay, this is the first time I was written up in Allure, and I remember like crying when I saw this because so if you wanted people to find you, you wanted to be in the Allure directory, and it was my dream to be in it. And so this was maybe 2010, but I finally got written up in Allure. My haircuts at the time were $250. So this is when I got hired to do a book called Room 23, and this was the Peninsula Hotel in LA. That is Josie Moran, who is an incredible entrepreneur and model. I'm super concentrated there. This is me at the salon at Andy Lecomte, and a really satisfied client. If you look at the look on her face of the shampoo bowl, I've never seen anybody happier. Don't know what I'm wearing. It looks like something out of Star Trek, but we'll just keep going. Advice for my younger self would be just wear more classic stuff. Don't wear so many trendy clothes. They don't translate 10 years later. This is so embarrassing. This is one of the first videos I ever did for a brand, and it was a brand called Nioxin. All right, here we go.
In the know, more than 30 million women in the U.S. are affected by thinning hair.
Guys,
did you know there are products
in
at your
commercial.
salon to help make your hair?
I love Nioxin systems because they cleanse the scalp and strengthen the hair and since Nioxin systems delivers full Nioxin systems because they cleanse the scalp.
Also, I'm trying so hard to be like professional, so advice to younger self is stop the bull and just be you. Moving on from Nioxin, so now this is me in New York working with editors. I was just starting to kind of like get to know editors. This was a press day that we had at a hotel, and I remember, actually this is a really great time because I got to really make some friends that I'm still friends with, like Julie Schott and Carly Carolino. This was a really great time for me to learn how to like really connect with people, and I felt like when you worked with brands, you had to stick to the script so much, but I loved editor days because I got to actually connect and like talk to editors and like just have a normal conversation. All right, so this is me back in LA, starting to get a little bit of press, starting to get some clients, got a celebrity over here, Britney Spears, Hayden Panettiere. So Hayden Panettiere was on Heroes. She was one of my very first celebrity clients, and this was her for the Tonight Show, and I was really into braids, guys. Braids were a thing. This was like probably 2009. Braids were all the rage, and I just gave her very Game of Thrones, like this is like Shakespearean festival hair. So Hayden, I'm sorry for that, but it was a trend. Okay, so my second write-up in Allure. So this is now I'm like starting to kind of like get more clients. Hello? Hello?
Send your social security number, which immediately effect.
Oh, sucks. Okay. Here we have the cover of People from June 2008. Elizabeth Smart had just been kidnapped. And I decided to keep this clipping because I got my name mentioned doing Hayden Panettiere's hair as she left the salon. These were the days when people used to call paparazzi on clients. I never did. I swear on my life I never did. But I think we might have had a receptionist that called paparazzi then. Now I decided to go to Paris and I was working with John Galliano, but like I wouldn't just do his hair. I put myself on like Orlando, Peta's list, and on Guido's list to be able to assist doing shows. So this is backstage. We're backstage at the Dior show, and I was so, like, I don't even know how to tell you guys. This was before there was press let backstage. So it was just the models, and like I was obsessed with like Priya Beha and Daria Warbury and Giselle and Natasha Poli, who I like adore. And so I would be so starstruck backstage seeing these girls. Like, I don't know why, but for me, models were so exciting. It's so much more exciting than like celebrities in LA. So this is a bird's eye view from my BlackBerry camera backstage at Dior. And I was, okay, sorry about that. Obviously I was sneaking my phone backstage to take this. One of my first celebrity clients was Sofia Vergara, and she had just, this is backstage at Ellen, or maybe The Tonight Show, and she had just gotten Modern Family. So it was so fun being able to work with her. Backstage at a music video with J-Lo. Oh my God, you guys, I like don't remember any of this. I have to look at photos. This is baby me and Jenna Dewan, like backstage at some like magazine shoot she was doing. Pretty nose job for me. This was me at Halloween getting Katy Perry ready to be like a wicked witch. Look at the bracelets, notice my bracelets. A good 9 bracelets, so this is probably like 2011, 2012. This was backstage at The Tonight Show with Sofia Vergara, and like her hair, she has the most amazing hair. My friend Kaylee McAdams, her makeup artist. And Sophia actually is the reason why, fast forward, I met Kim Kardashian. I think this was like maybe pre-Mindy project, but this is backstage at Chelsea lately. And oh my God, I remember that spray. It was a Charlotte Ronson beach spray I loved. But this was baby me and Mindy. And Mindy actually lives really close to Mike and I now. We still talk all the time, and Mike just shot her for magazine. She's like such an amazing person. This was me on set with Katy Perry for her Roar video. Super excited that day to be in the jungle because I'm wearing zebra print shoes and a floral shirt. Katie, I'm really sorry about that. Okay, so Nawal Wale is asking, how was it starting out and making a name for yourself? With a name like Nawal Wale, you're gonna be fine. Did you have to sneak into places to do so? 1000% yes. I used to sneak in all the time backstage. Like I would take my kit to the shows, I would know the address, and I would like sneak into the shows, look at a list and just see like a hairstylist, and I would just drop their name, probably Jennifer Yepes, because she was assisting back then too. And then I would go in and just set up my station and like just start working. So I'm sure people were like, who the hell is this girl? But it was so much fun and I'm glad I did it. One thing I will say though, you guys, is don't be afraid, especially for girls out there, because I think girls are just raised to like, I'm so embarrassed to talk about like good things because then I feel like people are gonna think I'm bragging, and I just think you have to, like Chelsea Handler said it best. She talked about you should promote yourself the way you would your like friend. So I definitely suggest like if you're trying to make something happen, you cannot be embarrassed to like promote yourself. And back in the day, I used to like send out newsletters, and like I would hit up anybody that was in my contact book, and I would send like what latest work I've done, or talk about if I was going to be in New York for Fashion Week. Like I had no shame in my game, and honestly, that is a huge reason that I was able to have like a long-lasting career and just build the clientele like I did. This was from November 2011. Jennifer Aniston looking gorgeous on the cover of Elle. And this was when I was working with Sophia. My headshot was taken by Mike Rosenthal in my friend Mimi's pool. I looked like a real estate agent. Whatever, it was the time. This is in Dubai at Belle Femme Salon, and I'm here with Jessica, who's so beautiful. And I remember getting this dress on like, oh my God, Rent the Runway or like Real or something, but it's like an old, I think it's Philip Lynn maybe, but I remember feeling so fancy that I had this dress, and it literally looks like a potato sack on me. It's horrible. So this was in Cosmopolitan in 2012 or 2013, and this was like so exciting for me. Okay, so I went from like the Allure directory to getting written up in Elle magazine amongst a few other stylists, but now this was like my first time getting my own actual feature in a magazine, and it was so incredible. So I want to close out with a couple of questions. This is from Jana Bozic, and she asked how you moved to LA. Tips for those that want to move to a bigger city. I think when you're young and you have nothing to lose, it's not as scary. So like going from a small town in Utah to LA wasn't scary because like the worst thing that could happen is we run out of money or we don't like get a job and we have to go back home. The one thing we did that was really stupid is like we didn't really have our parents' blessing, but we just went anyways, and so we both had like $300. So you want to have like a little bit of a nest egg saved up for sure. Don't feel scared to make a major change, but I definitely think you need to like do your homework. And I think now with like DMing people and being able to like really like do research on like the city and town that you want to live in and figuring out a way to have like a nest egg is really, really smart. All right guys, so I just showed you 2006 to about 2011, 2012. That's all we're gonna do today because I can't handle any more embarrassment. But what I will say is going back and looking at those pictures definitely like jolts me a little bit. It hurts my neck a little bit. I think one thing to really think about is like as you're figuring out what you wanna do and who you wanna be, like I would have never imagined like the things that have happened in my career. So I don't want to say that like I planned it, but I definitely like set goals along the way. I need to actually get back to writing my book, but you guys will be able to get like a whole chapter on like templates so you guys can work on like 6-month goals and 12-month goals and really stick to the things that you want to try to achieve. Don't get discouraged and start from somewhere, because when I look back at who I was in 2006, I mean, yes, my clothes are so embarrassing, but one thing I recognize is I was very determined and very driven back then, and I wasn't afraid to like make the phone calls. I wasn't afraid to like bug people to get an email back. Like I was really persistent. So that's one thing I would say is like just don't be fearful, because fear will stop you from like achieving things that you really want to achieve. All right guys, so that's it for our trip down memory lane. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna go back to bed and leave any of your questions for the next video. I'll see you next time. Bye, wake up.